Tattoos have been around for thousands of years, but most people don't realize that they carry more hidden meanings than ink on the skin. In this video, I will share my thoughts on tattoos, how they've evolved, why people get them, and the deeper significance they hold in modern culture. We'll dive into some fascinating history, cultural trends, and even a few surprising facts you probably haven't heard before. But here's the thing. There's a secret behind tattoos that no one talks about, a cultural shift that's happening right now, and we'll explore it later in the video. Stay with me until the end, because what I reveal might just change the way you see tattoos forever. The origin of tattoos.
Tattoos are ancient. They've been found on mummies and human remains dating back thousands of years. One of the oldest examples is Otzi the Iceman, whose body was discovered with more than 60 tattoos, marking both ritualistic and medicinal purposes. But tattoos weren't just art or self-expression, they were symbols deeply embedded in culture, tradition, and even spiritual beliefs. Across Polynesia, tattoos were more than just decoration, they were a rite of passage, denoting rank, genealogy, and personal achievements. Each design was intentional, filled with meaning that spoke to who you were and where you belonged. And yet there is something about these early tattoos that most people don't know, a lost understanding that we'll explore later in the video.
Modern tattoo culture.
Fast forward to today, and tattoos have become mainstream. Once seen as a mark of rebellion or an outlaw's badge, tattoos have infiltrated pop culture. From celebrities to everyday people, getting inked has become an accepted form of self-expression. Around 30% of Americans now have at least one tattoo. But why? Why are tattoos more popular than ever? The answer isn't as simple as you might think. It's not just about art or fashion. Tattoos today often symbolize personal stories, emotional milestones, and even healing from trauma. Each inked line and shade can represent a journey, a memory, or an identity. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. There's a reason tattoos have seen such a dramatic rise in popularity in the last decade. It's connected to something much deeper in society, and we'll reveal what that is later in this video.
The psychology of tattoos.
Tattoos go beyond skin-deep beauty. They impact how we see ourselves and how others perceive us. Studies show that tattoos can boost self-esteem, helping individuals take ownership of their bodies and rewrite their narratives. Whether it's a symbol of strength, a tribute to a loved one, or simply a beautiful design, tattoos are often more about the internal journey than the external appearance. But here's something most people don't consider. Tattoos also alter the way we relate to others. There's a hidden psychology at play when we see someone with visible tattoos, and it can even shape first impressions, relationships, and societal dynamics. However, there's an even more controversial side to this. Something nobody wants to admit about tattoos, but it's important to understand. Stay tuned, because we'll touch on that as we go further.
Tattoo regrets and the process of removal. Not all tattoo stories have a happy ending. Tattoo regret is a real thing, with surveys showing that around 25% of people who get a tattoo later regret it.
The reasons vary. Maybe it was done impulsively, or maybe the tattoo no longer fits who they've become. This is where tattoo removal, a multi-billion-dollar industry, comes into play.
But here's a secret about tattoo removal that nobody's telling you. It's not as simple or painless as you might think. Sure, there's laser removal technology, but it's expensive, time-consuming, and in some cases leaves scars.
And there's another side to this story, a social stigma attached to both tattoo regret and removal. Despite tattoos becoming mainstream, there's still an unspoken judgment from certain segments of society.
The perception of tattoos is shifting, but it's not without its complexities. What was once a subcultural statement has become a mainstream fashion accessory. Yet there are still pockets of resistance. Certain industries, for example, maintain conservative views on body art. Tattoos are still taboo in certain parts of the world, from Japan's traditional opposition to body ink to conservative workplaces in the West. But here's the big reveal. This cultural shift has been happening quietly for years, but there's one thing driving it that almost no one is talking about. It's a shift tied to the rise of social media, the breaking of stereotypes, and the changing dynamics of self-expression in the digital age. This is where the story of tattoos becomes even more complex, a reflection of modern society's need to express individuality while simultaneously blending into the collective. It's a contradiction that tattoos navigate uniquely, and we'll explore what this means in the broader cultural context. As we've seen, tattoos are more than just skin deep. They are markers of identity, reflections of personal journeys, and even tools for emotional healing. But they also come with their share of controversy, misunderstandings, and evolving perceptions. And while tattoos may be more popular than ever, the deeper stories behind the ink reveal a fascinating intersection of history, culture, and psychology that continues to evolve. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into tattoos and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss an update. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with your thoughts on tattoos, and share it with your friends. Your support means everything and helps us keep making great content for you.